Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. Last episode we finished up in the southern Shiver Peaks and moved into the final section of the main stories of Prophecies. We're now down here in the Fire Island Chains in the Ember Light Camp. This is apparently where our destiny is. This is where the Flame Seeper Prophecies told us to come to. You know, that Jimbo Jambo that we found out about 75% of the way through the campaign. Pacing. But anyway, let's get on to it. Dr. Shadow with it. Since Confessor Dorian's death, the White Mantle is like a snake without its head. It still writhes and strangles the people of Tyria, but it has no eyes which to see, no teeth which to bite. Unfortunately, they still have their so-called unseen masters to assist them. Members of the White Mantle Inner Council are meeting with the Mursat in secret, or so they think. We need to go out there and take out all 3 members of the Inner Council. I was born for this. Let's read the Emberlight Camp real quick. Just on the edge of the Ring of Fire, the Emberlight Camp was established by a group of sailors whose corsair was shipwrecked here during a terrible storm. There's little left today of the original camp except for the story of the men who lived to tell the tale. Huh. And this is like the most stereotypical end of the game zone I think I've ever seen. It's a volcano place that has literal skulls in the rock. Like, this is the so obvious bad guy lives here zone I think I've ever seen in any video game. Like, man, well, I quite enjoy this place. It's got a lot of super unique enemies too, which is cool. Now we have hydras, phantoms, flesh golems. Like, this place is actually kind of crazy. The flesh golems especially are a really unique enemy. And driders here as well. These are enemies we have seen before, but not quite like them. We might get overrun here. Uh-oh. Not the meteor showers, they're dropping meteor showers on us. Do we aggro even more hydras? Team is doing actually a surprisingly good job of keeping themselves alive versus all these meteor showers coming down. Oh, we got more hydras from the other side. I know I've mentioned before where I was talking about the difficulty hikes, but this is the place where at 100% it becomes pretty ruthless. Here's a new mechanic. Here's these ether seals. So basically what these are is Mursat towers that drain your energy as you go closer, and you have to kill the seal to get your energy back. Let's see if we can go on through. So see how this just keeps sucking us and also makes our energy degen quicker? I believe it also steals energy. Yeah, see, it also takes -2 energy off of us. So we have to kill it pretty quick before everybody runs out of energy. This is actually also kind of a nerf to, like, mainly caster teams, obviously, these towers, because if you have some physical damage dealers, they can kind of just take care of the tower for your team. But in a team like mine, where I'm basically all casters, we actually could end up just, like, screwed if we don't break the towers quick enough. So Yeah, these towers are a little scary. Oh, lunar tokens. The Lunar New Year must be going on. Alright. Some more drakes. I think these are a new model for the drakes. I don't think we've seen this model of drake yet. As long as they don't start making headphones, I think we'll be okay. Come. But another cool thing I like about this place is you can actually see off into the ocean here. Like, this is one of the few places in the game where you actually, like, because you're on the island, you can see out in the ocean. I don't know. I just always like being able to see off into the ocean because it's always, like, what could be out there kind of thing. I don't know. It's always something I enjoyed in games. Freaking migraine. It gave me this stupid hex to make all my skills cast a lot slower. Also, a lot more bosses. Now that we're in, like, you know, one of the end game areas, a lot more bosses just, like, randomly in packs and in the open world. At least it feels like it. Alright, so here is the White Mantle leaders. Get the priest down. Get the knight down. Alright, and here are the White Mantle leaders. So blow them up quick before they can do anything. Boom. Alright, that was pretty easy. Just to finish off this one last group of White Mantle. So I believe that is all the White Mantle leadership dead at this point. Kind of interesting because obviously we have no clue who these other guys were, but we knew who Confessor Dorian was, and we already killed him, so to us it's like kind of weird that they're still left. But anyway, here's Captain Grimby. Ahoy there, I'm Captain Grimby. Not that I'm proud of it, but the mantle pay the coin to keep my mouth shut and my boat docked unless they say otherwise. What can I help you with? I impressed you. You destroyed the inner council like you were swatting a fly. Your bravery inspires me. I accept no more of the mantle's coin. I couldn't. They would burn my home and stuff my spirit in one of those evil statues. Help us and we'll make sure you aren't harmed. Well, you did just kill 3 of the inner council with so much of breaking a sweat. You've changed my mind. I'll serve the mantle no longer. Let me know when you're ready to go. That was fast. Alright, so now we are here. We in the shit. You know, Ring of Fire. So that actually hints at something that I wanted to talk about. So apparently the souls actually get put into like this material here, like these statues and stuff like that, and that's how they get like animated and stuff. But I think that's the first place we're mentioned that. But anyway, bravo, the White Mantle won't soon recover from blow like that. Excellent work. All right, short quest text. I think they started to run out of money at the end here. Let's take a little look around the outpost for a second before we go on into the mission. There's like, yeah, see, I think over there you can see those statues. Those are like the statues I believe he's talking about, those pillars over there. And this must be like Mersat, like material, the glowing stuff that we saw all the way back then. Another interesting change that has happened. I'm pretty sure it happens in this mission. I'm gonna go back and double check just really quick. It doesn't start at the beginning of the fire. No, it does start at the beginning of that. So at the beginning of the Fire Island change, we actually get a swap in the heroes. So now we actually have the heroes that are like canonically the people taking the adventure with us. That's Aiden, Menlo, Sin, Devona, and Eve. These are like literally the heroes of the story. Like, these are the non-player characters that are going through the story at the same time as you. And I believe this is the first time they show up once we get to the Ring of the Fire Island change. And they show up as henchmen in a lot of the other places as well. But that's just something cool to know. But anyway, Ring of Fire. The large volcano at the center of this ring is where the gods reportedly dropped the legendary bloodstones before leaving Tyria for good. Of the volcanic islands that surround this one, many are still active. Ships that pass by the ring reportedly hear the telltale hiss of scalding hot lava hitting the ocean, instantly vaporizing the salt water to steam. Alright, let's go on in. Again, I love the idea that some random Zoonlight agent is forced to work there. Oh no, speaking of suicide missions, there goes Brecknar Ironhammer off on his suicide mission. Even though, like, we could totally just kill the Mersat instead of watch him die. As I am literally doing right now. Back to the rift with you for the Great Dwarf. He runs off and I think he dies. Yeah, he just dies even if you save him. So, kind of sad. Sad, another character we barely knew that much about died. Actually, I think we did know quite a bit about him because I think we did meet him back in the other Shiver Peaks. That's sad. We lost our friend. Again, kind of a pointless sacrifice though. Like, realistically, like, the Mersat aren't that big of an issue for us because we're infused, right? So like, if anything, he should let us fight them instead of, you know, suiciding into them to try to buy us time. It feels like it would be better just to let us kill them, since we're infused, so it's not actually that big of a deal for us to kill them. I don't know if, like, he just doesn't know that, or I don't know. That's a weird part of the story that I never quite understood why he sacrifices himself. I guess the idea is that there's too many of them, but if there was too many of them, I feel like, oh, maybe it's a limitation of the engine, but I feel like they should have put, like, actually too many of them in, no? Like, they should have put, like, 12 there or something, or 16. 6 doesn't feel that bad when the groups we kill normally have, like, 4. Like, 6 isn't realistically that much worse. But anyway. Our dead dwarf friend. That's actually a funny thing with the engine, though, that sequence just reminded me. That a lot of times in missions, you'll get stuff like that, where NPCs, you know, pull something away to die. But you actually can theoretically kill the stuff, or kill it faster than they die, at which point, they literally still just die anyway. They just get to wherever they were running to, and they die anyway. But even though theoretically you could kill everything, even sometimes before the NPC itself gets to the mobs, which is quite humorous. The idea that they just die of shock or something silly. Here's another one of those ether seals, but this time it's actually attached to some enemies. We gotta kill the ether seal quick before our team runs out of energy. Okay, there we go. That's one of the dangers we run into here, where a lot of our guys, yeah, see 5 energy, 6 energy, like, it's actually quite bad for them to be attacking for us to try to get through one of those seals. I believe this mission actually has the ability for you to get infused armor again, even though, like, you technically couldn't miss infused armor if you were going through the story. Okay, so technically you can, because you can run past mobs, so you could theoretically get to the Fire Iron Chain without having infused armor. I've done it. But in the story-wise, you can't. And you can re-infuse your armor here. But this mission is honestly, like, it's worse than just going back to the other one and re-infusing that way, so I don't even necessarily know the point. I guess the point is if you missed the infusing somehow, they need to give you a way around it. But I don't know, always felt a little weird. Oh, here's another one of the new mechanics where we run through lava. Yeah, you heard that right. Run through lava. It slows you, cripples you, burns you. There's Marik the Virtuous, who, importantly, this dude has the previous elite we were using, E-Surge, which is arguably one of the best Mesmer skills in the game and kind of always has been for a long time. One of the best Mesmer elites at the very least. So finding this guy in this mission was a pretty big deal for any Mesmer player back in the day, especially anyone who wanted to PvP, because getting that skill was huge for PvP. Alright, let's make sure we have our energy. We can go in there and just start casting away and hopefully kill it pretty quick. There we go. I always forget to put back up my enchantment whenever they remove it, so I do no damage. One of the problems with this build, that if you forget to reapply your enchantment, you're just not going to do any damage. Oh, cutscene. Ah! Gotta stop doing that, man.
The Mursat have covered the volcano with potent anti-magics. Even now, I can feel them draining my power away.
Okay.
I would suggest we find another way around this fortress. The Mursat are prepared for an assault of this door. Best we do not strike at their strongest point. We head for the top of the volcano. Be on guard. We are growing close. The Mursat have no intention of allowing us to reach our goal.
We're kind of just following this guy, doing whatever he says at this point. Okay. So we've decided we need to find a way around the volcano. Well, kind of. This is one of the things I do quite like about some of the missions in this game. So this one is open-ended to a degree, or at least you have two paths you could take. You can either go with the front-on assault if you think your team is strong enough and just brute force your way through the door. Or you can go around, basically, and try to get back in that way, which is pretty cool. I like when you're given options to, like, either, like, show off how powerful you are and stuff like that. And they can also then make the front threatening enough that it's like, oh, you actually don't want to go this way. But it's kind of a reward for coming back and being well-geared and, like, having a good build. I think we're going to go for the old-fashioned experience. We're going to go around, even though I'm pretty sure I could brute force down the door with this team. But we are going to go the long way around just because it's more fun. So we're going through all the lava spiders. Which, the idea of lava spiders is scary. Spiders are bad enough. Imagine if they shot lava at you. The death animation on these is pretty good, though. Where they, like, die, they, like, crumple up. Kinda cool. a ranger boss with incendiary arrows. Again, I'm not sure if this was done on purpose, but it seems like a lot of the elites you get in this area are the elites that people would want for like PvP. At least back in the day, these were some of the elites people would have used for PvP. E-Surge, Incendiary Shot. Although I guess in PvE they probably would have been pretty good back in the day as well. Especially when this was the only campaign. Man, more crazy scenery. Fire pits and skulls and spiders and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Holy hell. I got riggedy wrecked. I got blasted. This is what I get for relying solely on healing magics and not having any, like, defensive protection spells. Which way do I go? I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I think we go this way and then around. Hey look, lava imps. These are like the adult version of the imp we used to have all the way back before level 20. This is adult cousin. Alright, I think this is what we go, the way we go. Yeah, we go like around the volcano here. Try to get out of this so we're not in such heavy degen. Burning to death. Standing in the lava. I don't know, I always thought the environmental hazards were cool. Especially when they were actually in some of the PvP maps as well. Some of the arena maps they would have some of the environmental hazards in them. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. It was a little bit annoying, but it also was cool thematically because it made the maps feel different besides just how they look and like just their layout necessarily. Like especially this also meant that some of the different guild halls also had some of these different structures. Essentially how it worked is there were like, I don't know how many, there's maybe like 20 guild halls, and one of the PvP formats is where you two guilds battle in one of the guild halls basically. So the different like themes of guild halls have different environmental like obstructions. Like some might have the lava pits in them, some might have like degen fields or something. Some might have the tar, like back in Ascon, that just slowed you a lot. And that was always it made them interesting. Now obviously you couldn't get these things whenever you were in the outpost version of it, because oh my gosh, could you have actually I guess you could, just not the damage ones. Like imagine if you could burn yourself to death in an outpost. You silly. But yeah, burning is probably like one of the most damaging conditions, or at least of the conditions in this game. It's the one that does the most damage. It does -8 pips, which is quite a bit. Or sorry, -7. Which my team counteracts a little bit because we have one of these Paragon shouts that give us +3 health regen. Which kind of health offsets it quite a bit. But -7 is very, very fast health regen. believe, yes. I believe this is the back of the fortress. I think it is. I think this is the back of the fortress. It should be, at least. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good, not good. Okay, never mind, we're fine. I was a little worried because these phantoms stun, see you a lot. Or interrupt you a lot, excuse me. I was a little worried that they would interrupt us so much that we wouldn't be able to heal. So I don't believe the Mursat healer here can heal the thing. It looks like he can. Okay, never mind. So we will be flagging everybody back here. And we are going to be attempting to pull the guys out of the energy degen area so we could actually fight without having 0 energy. Alright, here we go. But yeah, especially in Prophecies, there were 2 basic kinds of healing. I want to mention this because earlier I was talking about how I almost died because I just have a lot of flat healing. But there's also a school of magic for monks, which were the only healers originally, called Protection, and a lot of those skills focus more on reducing damage that you take instead of outright healing through it. So sometimes enemies do like an obscene amount of damage as a way to kind of encourage you to also use some of that magic that prevents some of the damage instead of just purely relying on your ability to heal through it. Yeah, my entire team is like out of energy at this point, so we have to kill this seal. Yeah, everybody's low on energy. Honestly, that mechanic, because it sucks energy out of you, this makes this actually kind of difficult, even when you come fully equipped with like good builds and stuff like that. So it kind of has unironically made the end game of this game age a little bit better than the other ones, because it has a mechanic to essentially punish you. Or to drain you of your resources so you can't cast more stuff. So even if you would be casting more powerful stuff, the fact is, well, you still can't cast anything. So yep, now we made it in the back. Got our loot. Hopefully everybody is having a little bit better energy management now that we're not in the frickin' maybe I need to give someone some protection spells. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that. Because I am getting my booty rocked. Alright, here's the big Mursat baddie of this fortress. Back here. Mursat elementals are kind of scary, so I'm actually going to focus that guy down first. And then I'm going to go to the Jade Armors. Alright, that should be the last guy down. I forget. I think we might actually have to clear the... Oh, no. We have to hit the lever over there, excuse me. Yeah, because we have to open the front gate to let the rest of our people in, basically. So, we do, in fact, have to clear the entire area. It's going to be another long one. This mission is quite long as well. On top of the fact that we obviously did the quests beforehand, so... Another ether seal for us to break real quick. I believe this guy as well has a pretty good elite. Yeah, Thunderclap, that's one of the better air elites. I think actually is... No, he's running Blinding Surge. Okay, he was originally running Thunderclap before I put him on Blinding Surge. So we hit this lever, and now we just have to finish clearing out the guardhouse. What I would do here is we want to make sure we're not running into the thing that sucks all of our energy. I think we actually do have to break these. I actually forget how you finish this mission, so... Quickly running out of energy. Kill it! Kill it! Do we have to... Oh, no. We don't have to kill that stuff. Okay, we just have to go this way and clear out the Mersat. Excuse me. I was going the wrong way. Yeah, we just need to hit that lever back there so we can open up this door and go this way. Okay. That's right. I remember now. Is this stuff? No. Oh, that stuff is not, I guess. So everybody should be better on energy now. Hopefully. Yeah, those are the statues that dude was talking about. Being interned in Karn the Smug. He's so smug. Look at him. That smug bastard. I think we actually want to kill these casters first because I'm pretty sure they're more dangerous. But ironically, than hit the boss. That's why a lot of times in future campaigns, they eventually did go with the double damage mechanic for bosses. Because sometimes just the freaking normal mobs are scarier without it. Depending on class. By the way, cutscene.
Do not grieve for the fallen. They have passed into the next life. Somewhere in the rift, deep within the great forge, Breknar Ironhammer begins his long journey to the Hall of Heroes.
Godspeed on your journey, brave dwarf.
You can at least face
May
them.
the heroes of old call out your name when you join their company.
Breknar has given us a gift. The gift of his life. Let us not squander it. The prophecy is upon us. We make for the teeth of Abaddon's mouth, for the door of Komali.
Okay. This is something I thought was always really cool, is that that final area there has now become the outpost. So we're now exactly where we left off. This is now the outpost, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I just like the cohesion, the story cohesion of having the outpost be the same place where we left the mission. But anyway, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out, and I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.